Hi, I'm Mark Perry, the creator of BuiltLean.com, and I'm joined by John Leva, and this is our second video regarding squat depth. So in our first video, we talked about how you should squat below parallel, which means your hip joint's going to be below your knee joint as you squat. The issue is a lot of people are unable to squat very low, and there are usually 5 reasons, and we're going to go over these 5 reasons with you today, along with possible solutions to help you correct them so that you can get the proper squat depth. Okay, so I'm going to be going through all these issues for you, and John's going to be demonstrating. Okay, so one of the big problems a lot of people have is that their deep core musculature isn't working. And so if you squat with a weak core, it's not going to provide a stable foundation for you. And so one way to test this out is you're going to do a normal plank, and you're going to see if you're feeling the exercise in your abs or your lower back. If you're feeling the exercise in your lower back, that means that your abs are probably not contracting properly and you have weak core musculature. And so there are a couple of things that you can do to help strengthen your abs. Number one is you can do the peel-off press. And secondly, you can also do a single leg lowering exercise. Okay, so the second problem that prevents people from squatting deeply is tight calves, and that's something I personally have. And so the way to test tight calves is you're going to do a normal body weight squat, and you're going to squat down as deep as you can. Then you're going to do another body weight squat, except this time you're going to put 25-pound plates underneath your heels. You're going to squat down as deep as you can, and you're going to figure out if you're squatting down deeper with the squat with the plates behind your heels or without. If you squat down deeper with the plates, that means that you have tight calves. A couple ways to increase the flexibility of your calves is number one, you can do foam rolling, or you can also do calf stretches. Okay, so the third problem a lot of people experience is tight hip flexors. And one way to test tight hip flexors is you're going to find a stable object that you can hold on to as you squat, and you're going to squat down and figure out when your tailbone tucks underneath your pelvis. And so if you notice that it tucks underneath your pelvis kind of high up in the squat, that means you have really tight hip flexors. One thing about this test you should know is if this only applies if you pass the previous 2 tests. A couple ways to improve your hip flexibility or hip flexor flexibility is you can do a crescent lunge, which is a type of yoga pose. You can also do Bulgarian split squats. Okay, so the fourth problem a lot of people have is lack of flexibility in the upper back. And so one way to test this is you're going to do a normal body weight squat, except you're going to bring your arms up as high as you can above your head. If as you squat down, your arms start to come forward, that means that you have an issue with your upper back flexibility. If, however, you're able to keep your arms really far back, that means that your upper back flexibility is pretty good. And so the way to improve your upper back flexibility, and one of my favorite corrective exercises is you're going to do foam rolling on your upper back. And then you can also stretch out your chest, which can help release tension in your upper back. Okay, so the fifth problem is the butt muscles or the glutes are not firing properly. And so one way to test this out is you're going to do a body weight squat. As you lower, you're going to figure out if your knees start to cave in. Another way to even test this is if you normally squat and your knees cave in, that's an indication that you have your glutes are not firing properly. And so the way to solve this issue is you can do X-band walking, and you can also foam roll your inner thighs. This can help really activate the glutes during your squat. All right, so that's a lot of information packed into only a few minutes, but I hope you found that valuable. I want to thank John for contributing this awesome article to BuiltLean. And by the way, if you want more information, definitely check out the full article on BuiltLean.com. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.